Pokemon Sword and Shield are finally getting their very own dedicated Pokemon Direct, and that is going to go live tomorrow morning, June 5th, 2019. In Central Time, it's going to be 8 a.m. That's the time that I go off of because that's the time I live in. In light of tomorrow's Pokemon Direct, I figured it'd be fun to look at what we already know about Pokemon Sword and Shield, and then speculate what we don't know or what we might see in tomorrow's Pokemon Direct. And since other PokeTubers like PewDiePie and Mr. Beast are making videos left and right speculating what's going to go on in this Pokemon Direct, I figured I might as well put my 2 cents in as well. Unfortunately, very little is known about Pokemon Sword and Shield. We got a Pokemon Direct that showed off the gameplay as well as the starters, and that was back in February of this year. But other than that, we don't really know a whole lot about the region. We know it's called the Galar region, and when you look at the map of the region, it looks really huge. We don't know how big the region actually is, if it's just a blown up picture of it. But on Pokemon's website, it says, Pokemon Sword and Shield will be set in the Galar region, an expansive region with many environments, idyllic countryside, contemporary cities, thick forests, and craggy, snow-covered mountains. The people and Pokemon live together in this region, and they've worked together to develop the industries here. You'll visit various gyms in the Galar region, aiming for the enviable and admirable title of Champion. We also know about the 3 starter Pokemon. There's Grookey, the Grass-type Pokemon. It says a mischievous chimp Pokemon that is full of boundless curiosity. There's Scorbunny, the Fire-type Pokemon. And it says a rabbit Pokemon that is always running about, bursting with energy. Hopefully it won't be a firefighting. And then there's Sobble, the water starter. It says a somewhat timid water lizard that shoots out attacks and hides itself in the water. A couple other small things that are confirmed are character customization. You're able to change out your clothes and I think the skin tones as well. And just like in Pokemon X and Y and Sun and Moon, you're also able to crouch or tiptoe, whatever it's called. But it looks like that feature from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire has made it into Sword and Shield, just because it looks like we see that in the trailer as well. Also in the game, there's a soccer stadium, but we don't know anything about it. In the trailer, it just shows the character walking into it, and then there's a white light, and the gameplay trailer ends. Now that we've gone over the major things that are confirmed in Sword and Shield, let's move over into the speculative part of things. One thing I think they're going to show off tomorrow in the Pokemon Direct is the use of Pokemon gems in this game. In Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, we didn't have any Pokemon gems, and then we had Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, which had gems, but gems that everyone has been to like 20 times already. So Generation 7 was very lacking in gems overall, so I think they're going to make a grand entrance in this Pokemon Direct. In the Pokemon Direct, I also believe they're going to show off the soccer stadium, because in the trailer, all the character does is walk into it and then that's it. And also later on in the trailer, it shows Pokemon battling, and it looks like it might be in that same stadium. I don't know if it's a different stadium altogether, but it looks like it might be that same soccer stadium. So it could be kind of like the big stadium and small court in Unova, but we don't know. Hopefully we'll see it in the Pokemon Direct tomorrow. Another thing I think they're going to address in the Pokemon Direct tomorrow is this one part of the trailer shows the character walking through a mine, and you see something shining green on the wall, and you see something blue there, and you see something red there, and it almost looks like the underground in Sinnoh. I'm just speculating at this point, but hear me out. What if the following games to Pokemon Sword and Shield are the Sinnoh remakes? Maybe you'll be able to go into the underground as a multiplayer function, just like you were in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, but you can do it in Pokemon Sword and Shield and also the Sinnoh remakes. That's purely speculation. Maybe they're just hinting that the next games are going to be Sinnoh remakes, hopefully, but I think it would be really cool. Another thing that they might touch on in the Pokemon Direct is this little picture right here, and this is also pure speculation. You don't have to agree with me, but it almost looks like these little Pokemon down here at the bottom are Meltan, and then the big one is Melmetal, so maybe it's symbolizing Meltan coming together to form a Melmetal, but also it looks like there's lightning strikes and a swirly thing, so I have no idea what the heck this means. Or it could touch on one of the legendaries in Sword and Shield, and I could be totally wrong. It might not be a Melmetal. but that's just what comes to mind when I look at it. From here on out, I don't have any trailer footage to back up my theories. It's just stuff that I'm speculating about that might be in the Pokemon Direct tomorrow, but I guess has less of a chance of happening since it's not alluded to in the trailer. But I think they may show the middle evolutions for the starter Pokemon, or at least show off a few of the other Pokemon that are in the Galar region. We've seen so little of the Pokemon in this region. They very well could show off the title legendaries because those are also very important aspects that they left out. I don't think that they're going to introduce the evil team. I looked back at a few trailers. It seemed like the trailer that revealed Team Skull in Pokemon Sun and Moon didn't come out until maybe a few months before the game came out. I don't think it was this early. Another thing I hope they'll do in the trailer is show off the region. It's so huge, it looks so beautiful, but we've seen almost none of it. I really hope they show off just one of the main cities in the game, one of the main towns, just because I want to see how vibrant the environment is. They have so much more horsepower in the Switch, so I feel like they could have Pokemon running around and it just make it seem more alive. But that's all I can think of at the moment. If there's anything important that you think I left out, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will tell you how likely I think it is that it will be in the Pokemon Direct tomorrow. But that's about all I've got for you guys. Feel free to follow me on Twitter or iFunny, and I'll see you guys in the next video.